Monte, welcome once again.
Thank you.
We were just heard Tina talking about the tremendous success the women's side had, and I know going to some of those games, you see a lot of your players. What kind of impact did the Delaware women's success have on the entire Delaware athletic department and program?
Well, I thought it was just tremendous because, the face of the program was Elena Deladon, who was a tremendous ambassador, not only for the women's team, but for the entire athletic department at the University of Delaware. And everywhere I go, there was always questions of, well, how good is she? Is she really? And I used to say, I watch a lot of basketball, but every game I would go to, at least once a game, she would make me go, whoa. How does she do that? And she is terrific. But the biggest thing I think is she was just such a very, very nice person. As good of a player as she was a nice person. And our guys used to really enjoy going to the games. We would go just to support in the past, but I think they really got a real kick out of seeing a contemporary like Elena do some of the things that she was capable of doing.
Well, Charlie, we're sitting here in Baltimore, Maryland, the home of another Delaware alum, Joe Flacco, and something tells me Elena Deladon is going to continue to put a few little headlines together to see who's the best Delaware alum in athletics right now. Monte, coming into your eighth season, coming off a 19-win season, what kind of momentum does that bring with you now coming into this year?
Well, I think what it does is our players believe. They understand what it takes to win. They expect to win. And I think, when you're building a program, which we've been able to do, you have to change the culture in terms of expecting bad things to happen to go to expecting good things to happen. And that's what our guys do. Now, of course, it takes putting yourself in position and making those things happen, but they expect to put themselves in position and expect good things to happen. I think it's just that momentum and that leadership that we have up at the top now that filters down to our underclassmen. I think is very, very important in terms of how we do things, what pace we do things, and to make sure that those guys are picking everything up, and our leaders have done a great job of that.
Al, it's fun to watch all these coaches come in last night. I've never seen so many of them smile as they are right now. And this guy right
that's
here.
That's because we're all undefeated right now.
Well, that's right. But you're undefeated now, and you're looking forward, I'm sure, to a great year. You have a terrific perimeter, and I think it's a matter of replacing the big guys inside, but I think you're going to have a great year.
Well, we have a chance, and a lot of times people say when you get to the NCAA tournament, it's talked about more so than maybe during the regular season. But I think it still holds true. If you have good guards, you give yourself a chance every single night. And I love the guards that we have: Devon Sadler, Jarvis Street, Kyle Anderson, who gets lost in the shuffle sometimes. Davon Usher, transfer from Mississippi Valley State. Those guys give us an opportunity every single night. We're going to be able to put up a lot of points. I don't know who we can stop, who we're going to rebound against, but we'll be able to score the basketball, and that's really, really exciting for us and hopefully for our fans as well.
You mentioned Davon Usher. He led the SWAC at Mississippi Valley State with 18.8 points a game, so more production. But I want to go back to Devon Sadler a little bit. We were just listening to Tina Martin talk about the impact of an Elena Deladon, one of the best players in the NCAA, let alone the conference. That applies for Devon. He was a top 20 scorer nationally, let alone in what he did in the conference. How much does he really impact just everything you want to do and are going to have to do? Is his role even going to be more important this year?
It starts and stops with Devon for us, and he knows that. I put a lot of pressure on him. I'm a pain in his side in practice. He was really upset with me the other day in practice because we were scrimmaging and he thought he got fouled, and I didn't call the foul, and I didn't care that he was upset. But I tell him, he and I have a really special relationship, and I know I can test him early to get him ready for how the season is going to be, and he responds. And it's very important that he responds because our other players see how he responds to the things that we put him in. And he's been such a leader for us. He's been such a face of our program for the last 4 years. And some people try to shy away from that, but he's not one of those that shies away from it. He embraces it, and he embraces all the things that come along with being a leader and being the face of a program. And I think he's handled it admirably, and I couldn't be happier for his success on the basketball court and in the classroom at the University of Delaware, which is what we preach all the time.
Well, obviously, he's one of the best guards in this league. I think he's got a chance at the next level, too. And speaking of early tests, your schedule's not going to be real easy starting the season. You might want to speak on some of the teams you're going to be playing.
Well, we've always tried to challenge our guys. Once we got our program to a certain level, we wanted to challenge our guys against some of the best teams in the country, and that's what we're doing again this year. We're at Richmond to open up the season. We have a very tough Charleston Southern team coming in. We're playing in a tournament, a Gotham Classic tournament, where we're at Notre Dame the first weekend in December. We travel to North Dakota State, who has five returners back from a 20-win team. We're at Ohio State, so it's I think Lou Holtz said it best. When I look at my schedule, it makes me sleep like a baby. I wake up every 2 hours crying. You know what I mean? So, but I think our guys really enjoy it. I think they really want to be challenged, and we're challenging them now to prepare them for the rigors of the CAA.
Monte, before we let you go, as we mentioned, we're live here in Baltimore, Maryland, which will be the site this year of the CAA men's basketball tournament. Is that something, obviously, your fans are going to have a little easier time getting here? How do you look at that? Is this going to be a good thing not only for Delaware but for the conference?
It's absolutely fantastic. I'm so thrilled, and shoot, we may play a game in the tournament and then drive home that night and sleep in our own beds. I tell everybody, like, the best thing for me was the 45-minute drive last night to get down here, and I think Baltimore is going to get behind it. And, our fans will get behind it. We'll have great fan support. And I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing for the CAA to be here in Baltimore. And there's so many things to do when you look out in the harbor and the shops, the restaurants. I think it's a destination for the fans to come to. And I think it will really, really show well for the next couple of years while we're here.
Great. Well, Monte, thanks very much and good luck this season.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.